Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Everyday Artist and I'm Eve, and this is my Flosstube number 31. And today I have, it's the 2nd of May. I started my Maynia plan yesterday, and I have the fabrics that I dyed and I wanted to show you, and lots of whips. I went ahead and put, the last week of April, I went ahead and put all of my whips in a decision maker roulette. And just one moment. If you hear a sound now, it's a fan because it is Phoenix and it is already getting, not already, it should have gotten hot in April, but it didn't. And it's pretty warm out. And therefore warm in our living room where all the sun comes in. So I'm going to talk to you about my whips. I got a lot of them done. Not the ones I normally would have done, but you know, that's why I had the decision roulette, so that I would pick up some of those older projects and actually get some work done on them. And it's cactus blooming time in Phoenix, and it's so beautiful. And I had another photo of like a barrel cactus with flowers on it. Normally when you think of a barrel cactus, it's just the round top with, you know, spikes everywhere. But this time of year they have red and yellow flowers depending on the plant, and they're just so pretty. And our barrel cactus out front is blooming. I have a picture of one from last year, couldn't find it. But the saguaros are also blooming, and this is a picture I took. You see the little white flowers? These pods poke out, and when it's just on top, they almost look like they're wearing Easter hats. And normally it starts around Easter for the saguaros. And you can't really see how beautiful they are. There are some pictures online of saguaro flowers. They're really beautiful, and you can see the birds sitting on the flowers. They're all happy. Birds love saguaros to live in. And so I love the blooming cactus that we have around now. And finally the Palo Verde trees have stopped coating everything in yellow flowers and look like normal trees again. So our pool is finally less flower filled. And it's actually warmed up enough where I want to go ahead and have my have a party where people can come over and play in the pool. And I wanted to talk to you about my nails. I put Color Street nails on. I don't know if you can see them. I just put them on. They're not done really well in every part of my nails. Yeah, when I showed them to you, I went, ew, what's that? Last week they were put on well, and I didn't expect them to go on well this week because I never took the hardest nails off my nails. But they come in a package like this, and this is not an advertisement. This is just relaying the story. And I get my nails ready by getting them clean, and last week this nail, it was about this long and it broke. There's actually a different level here. It broke right here. God, I really did put them on badly. I just wanted it on there because it actually helps my nails not break. They break a lot. But since I had my nail break, I wanted to put hardest nails on so that it would just give them an extra layer of protection. And I spilled it. I'd had this hand done, this one partially done with the hardest nails, and it went over on the table. And so since I had just taken the polish off my nails, this is real nail polish, and it just comes off with nail polish remover. I grabbed the cotton balls with the nail polish remover on it, and I was cleaning it up, and there was still too much. So I grabbed clean cotton balls, and I went to do it, and I was using both hands because, like I said, I spilled the bottle. and all of my nails were fuzzy. Cotton stuck to my nails. And I was going out to play cards at my sister's sister-in-law, Rachel, and I didn't want to take time to sit there and take it all off and put it back on. I was like, well, I'll just do it later. And then I never took it off, and so my nails are not the way I would like them done. Not right now. They'll get better as they're on for a little while. They flatten out more and look more like regular nails. But I just did them before. Now I'm playing with them. I'm sorry. I just did them before I started filming, and so now I can sit there and see all the little imperfections, and it's driving me crazy. It's a learning curve to put them on, and it doesn't always come out good. As you're learning, it gets better and better. So first, I want to talk about the fabrics that I dyed. I uploaded a video of them, and you could kind of see them there wet, but they look different when they dry. Now, this I just dyed because I had it there. It was a piece of leftover, and I did get like little spots of color on it, and I don't care. It wasn't on purpose, but it doesn't bother me that it's there. Half the time you end up putting something over it, and if you don't, it's okay. Other people, I know it would bother them, and then you just have to have a cleaner environment when you're in extra gloves and stuff like that. I was just talking to my sisters that all of my tie-dye shirts that I have from when I was working, they're all getting holes, or they're stained or whatever, because since they're already painted shirts, and I had them for work, and at work I worked with all kinds of crafts and paint and stuff like that, so they got stuff on them, and then I've been wearing them, and they got, other things on them. It's time for new ones, and I thought it'd be fun if we made some that were matching. So that was the one that I made without a project in mind. Now I dyed this one for this pattern. It's one of my own, and it's like the one I'm going to show you later, and I know it fits because the other one does. So, and then this one is for the Art Deco Summer. Has some, I don't know if you can see it because the light's really coming in, but it has just subtle differences in color, and that's fine with me because it looks summery, and that's what I wanted. And here's the pattern that I'm planning to put on it. So I think all those colors will look really nice on that fabric. So I think that'll look good. And then this greenish color, it's got some yellow in it. This doesn't do it justice because of the light coming in, but it's got some yellow. It's kind of bluish green. This one is for the Art Deco Spring. I think it'll look good. I'm interested to know what you think, and if you've dyed fabrics, what your technique is. And then I dyed for these bookmarks because they're on my Maynia plan. They're small patterns that I could do relatively quickly. So I have them with some of the threads. They share a lot of threads, and I put most of the threads in one of the bags, but these threads are more particular to this color. So this color, this teal, is for this bookmark right here. And the green is for this one. And those colors are not exact to what the colors will be. The green that's in there will actually show up quite nicely on this, I believe. So that's for that one. And the middle one is with this purple. And the purple is kind of dark, but these are the colors. I think they'll pop real nicely. The yellow, which is the bulk of it, is this yellow, and the orange in the middle of the flowers. So I think it's going to look really nice on this color. It came out a little darker than I wanted, perhaps, but that's because I was dyeing so many at a time. I didn't pull them out of the... maybe I should close the blinds. I don't know. Maybe, so they got... If you're doing just one, you can see faster how dark it's getting. But I don't mind that they're a little dark. This is the one that I have the bulk of the threads in. Like I said, they share threads. This one is for these butterflies. This butterfly one takes most of the colors, so that's why they're all in there. But if I spin and get one of the other bookmarks first, am I showing it to you well? Back further a little bit. If I get one of the bookmarks first, one of the other ones, then I'll just move the threads I need. It's not a big deal. And then lastly, this pink for this. It's not pink precisely. It's a little darker than that. But see if you can see it. I think it's light enough. You can see the threads that are in there. It's much lighter than these threads. I think it'll show up fine. And if it doesn't, I'll change the threads rather than the color of the or do something to make it pop off. As you see, I always end up doing projects on colored fabric, and it doesn't always show all the threads, and rather than change what fabric I want it on, because the fabric the color of the fabric is important to me, I'll just find a way to make it work. So when I spun for my first Maynia project, I got this snowman here, Merry Gryffindor. Let me bring him closer. I'm going to pause a second and adjust the lighting because it's really harsh. Just a second. Okay, better? A little bit. So I started on Gryffindor. That's the one that came up. And our Three Sister video I don't think is up yet, but it's you'll see that I had the hat done during that video, and I had done a lot of the white, but I was having trouble seeing where the white was because you have to leave the spots for the nose and the cheeks and stuff, and I couldn't see it. Now it's too dark in here. Okay, so I had to take a lot of it out because it was just wrong. I had just not done it correctly at all. And it was because I was having trouble seeing the white against the white, mostly to leave spaces. I couldn't tell if I left the space in the right place. I had to feel it by hand to see if it was there or not. So I'm going to be going to see if I can get myself a needlework light. I don't want to spend a lot of money on it because right now I just I can't spend money on things. I have my haul is just a little bit of haul. So I went back. I took out a lot of it. There's still just a little white right in here. Let me see if you can see it. See, you can't even see it on this. It's barely there. But I put in the cheeks and the nose, and I started on the scarf, and I'm going to do the light grays it doesn't look like gray in this picture, but around him isn't orange, it's gray. And I'm going to put in the grays, not the outlines, not the back stitching, but just enough to give me some kind of idea of where that white is. I think it'll make it a little bit easier when I'm putting in that white. And then of course, if I have a light shining right down on it, I think it'll help me see. So that's, I'm working on this, not exclusively, but mostly until it's done. And then I'll spin again for a new Maynia project. I don't want to do just those projects because there's some things I need to have done more quickly, and I get bored with working on the same thing all the time. But I will be working on those. And then this is my own design, morning walk. And last night while we were filming, all I had left to do was the flowers up on top of the back. And then I realized as I was about to put the yellow on the flowers, because you can see it's ready for the yellow, that when I put the pattern, when I flipped it, I actually made it one square too high, and I followed the pattern as a good cross stitcher does, and it's one square too close up here. So I have to, I'm like, I'm not going to pull all that down and move it. So I'm moving the line that I had already put in here. I'm moving those two lines. So I already took them out, and I can adjust it by adjusting the lines. Okay, the lighting is even worse now. So, that's easier to do, move the lines, because it doesn't matter, because I have to cut them apart to put it together anyway. And I'll fix the pattern before the pattern goes out. And it's a two-sided pattern, so you have the front and the back, and you can do just one side depending on what you want it for. And I think I'll make this into an ornament, but I might make it into a pin keep. We'll see. And then I had not picked up this. I spun the wheel last week and got this Black Cat by DMC. This is one of their free patterns. It doesn't come with a picture. And previously I had done just this motif, part of this one, and I had more done of this, but when I came back to work on it, I was like, I don't like it. I didn't do it as well as I would have liked, so I took it out. And then I was so frustrated after trying to take it out because it's a whole bunch of half stitches. And this is 18 count that I dyed purple. I decided to start on the ears, and just solid black. And I'm going to go back in and work on that when when the motifs aren't in timeout. Meanwhile, I'll work on putting in the Black Cat. So I was wanting to put in all the white, but they're pretty far from each other, so I'll probably work on the little motifs, not necessarily, finishing a color, but I haven't worked on this since October. Excuse me. I haven't worked on this since October, and it came up, so I worked on it. And then this cape kept coming up, Black Whale. Now I usually just show this, but the pattern is actually this. And when I started on this, I could have sworn I started in the middle and went up. No. So I finished the top whale, this space in here was supposed to be 12 squares, but if I made it 12 squares, then I would have like this much room at the bottom, and I decided I'd rather have them closer together anyway. The reason being that, showing you part of my haul here, I bought this, and I think these guys will look really good above this octopus. Or my next whip that I'm going to show you, the turtle kept coming up. This turtle by DMC, again another free pattern. And look how much I've gotten done. I finished the orange. I can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. I finished the orange and started on the blue. It's all sparkly. I might put this up here. Tell me what you think. Which one do you think will look better? I think they'll both fit okay. So I'm gonna paint this in blues and bluish greens, and I'm probably gonna make the octopus red, maybe red. Depends on which one I decide to put up here, because if I put the turtle, the octopus should be like orange instead of red, I think. Do you think I should put eyes on the octopus? I don't know. Anyway, I'm interested to know what you think. And then my graphic, this is also called Black Cat. That's the name of it, but I had to put it in as Black Cat Art Deco so I knew the difference. I've gotten quite a bit on that. It only came up once, twice. I do about 3 a day, so 3 spins a day, so I think 3 times it came up. And it's coming along really quickly. I'm going to go back up the paws. So because it's variegated thread, I have to plan. So I'm going to go back up. So I have this and the 2 paws here. I did not go up to this. I went ahead and went up here, and then I'm going to do this motif here, and then I'm going to start on these, but I think I'll just go back and forth across these and kind of make them the same, and to come down around over here, and hopefully this other part of the leg will be kind of sort of the right color. And then lastly I'll do the tail. And as I said before, I'm planning to flip this pattern and do one opposite on the, so that they're together for my sister's 2 cats. And I have several pictures of them. I should have brought one to show you, but she shows plenty. I think she has had one on our last sister's video. So that's my plans with that, and I'm pretty far along on that. And then I did a little bit of this the week before, but then last week it came up again. Do I have it upside down? I think I do. Okay, this. And here's, I got, I realized I was off by a few stitches somewhere in here. I had to take that out and put it back. But I got a lot more done over here, and it's coming along, considering that I just picked it up for a little while, and that I had to undo some stuff. Frogging is not fun. And then here's another one I hadn't picked up since October, and it's Halloween Gnomes. Have I been saying the designers? I don't know. Star Wars is by Disney, because it's called Stormtrooper by Disney. I said the DMC ones. The bookmarks and the spring and summer are by CrossStitchingForFun. This is Halloween Gnomes, and it is designed by Ursula Michael through Imaginating. Imaginating isn't a word, but it's the name of this company. And so I started on the middle guy, and before I hadn't finished this leg, so I finished the leg and the black of the shoe on this side. The rest of his shoe is going to be green, and I went ahead and did these black stripes up here. Now, when I was doing the beard, the white ran out with just this tiny bit of white right here left to do, and I have to remember to put that in, but I was planning to do it when I was going to work on another beard or something and needed the white. I might go ahead and finish it when I finish him off. There's going to be there's a little opening here, which you can't really see, that is going to be his mouth, and kind of a red on his nose. And his hat is green and this same blue. His gloves are blue. So I got a little bit done. And that leaves my haul. As I said, there isn't a lot of it. I was missing one thread for the bookmarks, and I wanted to make sure I had all the threads I needed. And I went there, and I went ahead and got more than one thread. I went to Joann's, and I just picked up some others that I might need for the spring and the summer, because we're going camping toward the end of the month, and I thought I would take one of those patterns with me to work on. Now, I plan to do more painting than cross-stitching when we are camping, because I really don't have long spans of time when I can get out all my paints and put them on the palette and then be able to get anything done before I'm called to do something else. So that's my plans there. And I went ahead and bought, this was on sale. It's a DMC bookmark, and these Philly bookmarks are really not my thing, and I have no plans to use this pattern here, although that would make a really nice motif to put like on a pillowcase or something. I don't want to put on a bookmark, but I wanted to see how these patterns fit on a bookmark. They're small, and this one right here is the widest one, and it's wide because of this is a Krynic thread in here, and it's just, you know, because of the fireworks that it's wider. But as you see, this one, May Flowers, would fit very well right here. So I'm going to see which one I want to put on there, and that's why I bought that. And then I bought these tiles. They're shiny. I thought maybe, I don't know. We're going to look at them. But I liked them, and so I went ahead and picked them up. Now, when I was at Joann's, I also saw this, and I don't have any bees. I don't have a bee pattern, but I don't know why I bought it. I really liked it, and it was on sale. And I have a couple of small patterns that I thought would look might look cute on a bee pattern, but I know that there's a lot of bee patterns out there, and so I'm not going to have any trouble finding a pattern to go on it, or I could just paint it just to paint it, but probably not. Anyway, I covered it up. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Remember last week I said I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Well, I went into the dollar store right after I went to Joann's. They're right next to each other. And I saw this. And I thought this would look really cute on this. And it could even go this way if I wanted to. So I think that'll look cute. And I'll probably finish this with some stain or something. I probably won't leave it plain. But if I wanted to, I could put it on this. I also got this at the dollar store, and you know, I have lots of small patterns, and I thought this would be nice for that too. So I do want to go back and get, I don't know, some kind of, I have ribbons, but get some kind of, you know, little flowers or something to put on it. The flowers I have, I think, are too big. So anyway, that is all that I have. Thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you subscribing. Now, last week I spun for the Mother's Day set with the bag and the notions pouch, and it was won by Rosie. And Rosie, I realized that I thought my email was in the link tree, and it's not. So I'm gonna make sure the email is on the bottom. I need you to email me your address. I think I have it. If I'm not mistaken, you've purchased from us, but I don't want to think. I want to know I have the right address. So if you could email me and give me your address, I'll get that off to you. So that's everything I have. I appreciate it, and thanks for visiting with me, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.